Hitch Talk, episode 1. I got 3 guests with me here today. I got Billy, Andy, Kyle. So what do you guys think we start with, like a little icebreaker?
All right, boys, let's get to it. This is Andy. I'm going to be the host for today's game. It's going to be 3 clues. First clue, 3 points. Second clue, 2 points. Third clue, 1 point. So today's going to be a player. So let me hand out that first clue. In my career, I lifted the FA Cup multiple times, but always wearing the same club's colors.
Ooh,
Any guesses?
so many players. John Terry.
Was that your guess?
Yeah.
Any other guesses?
London team?
Nah, Christian got it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was John Terry. It was John Terry. The second clues are just giving it all straight up the top.
What the hell?
Yeah, bro, you got it.
It could have been anybody.
Literally.
Let's run another round of the game. You guys ready for this one?
Let's do it.
Dale.
Yep.
All right.
Italian.
So, I was once the youngest player to represent my country at the World Cup, a record I held for over 2 decades.
Europe or South
Europe,
America?
Europe.
Mbappe?
No.
No, 2 decades, no mames.
Yeah.
2 decades.
He's not a current
Europe.
player. He's retired.
Germany?
Nah.
Next clue.
Next clue?
That's tough.
All right, so known for my incredible pace and skillful dribbling, I played in the Premier League and LaLiga, but never for clubs based in their capitals.
Never for clubs based in their capital. So, like, if I play for England.
No, they didn't play in London and they didn't play in Madrid.
Youngest player.
Youngest player.
Wait, I don't think this is right.
Because he played.
This question's not even. It has an error in it.
What is it?
Already?
Because he did play for a capital
What was it?
in the Spanish league.
Yes. So he played for Madrid.
You want the third clue? So I'm gonna tell you, he did play in Madrid. I'll tell you the
He
third.
played for.
Real or Atletico?
Well, I'll tell you the third clue. That's too much to get. I'm giving away too much.
Owen.
I was gonna say.
You got it.
Michael Owen.
It is Michael Owen.
Owen.
What was the third clue?
The third clue was my international career is most notable for a stunning goal against Argentina in the World Cup.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's Michael Owen.
All right, let's keep going. Let's
Owen.
keep
I don't
going.
know if Kyle would know that since he just started watching last year. Though.
Look. Kyle.
Did you know? Would you have come up with it?
Probably not.
He was a
All right.
god in Madrid. Come on, Kyle.
Anyway, that brings me to my next point, though. Like, speaking of Premier League and La Liga, like, which one historically is better? Which one, if you made like 2 11s, Premier League versus La Liga,
All time.
all time, who wins?
La Liga.
La Liga.
Bus.
All time
Prem.
11s, La Liga.
La Liga?
I think the
Bus
Premier.
Prem.
I think the Premier is overall a better league, but I think all time 11s, it's La Liga.
Easy, right?
Because we're thinking
Easy.
of like what? What would it be like 2012? It'd be just basically Real Madrid, Barcelona. That 11 Pro of that year was just that.
With
those two
Falcao
teams.
on top.
Right.
What if you? Because if you take like, who's the Premier League GOAT? Henry?
Premier League GOAT?
Yeah.
All time?
Thierry Henry, isn't it?
Nah, we'd have to go like back, but it doesn't like matter.
Nah, but I mean, like, I feel like general consensus, like, if you look online and stuff, Thierry Henry is gonna be number 1 on most lists.
Premier League GOAT?
How many Prems did he win?
1,
One.
2.
The Invincible one?
2. Yeah.
Was he part of the Invincible?
But it's not that. It's just because he dominated the league, like, himself. Not even the Arsenal.
Nah.
This is not even opinion. Like, my
wouldn't-
opinion, I don't know if he's number 1, but I'm saying, like, if you were to look online,
Nah, Henry's not the GOAT Premier League.
well, who is then?
My boy Scholes.
Scholes.
No
9
way.
Premier Leagues.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
9? Yeah, but there's other players on those Man U teams, like Gary Neville. He's not the GOAT, and he won a lot of Premier
He
Leagues.
was a god.
He's trash. Trash pundit too.
The GOAT of the Prem.
So if we're struggling this hard to come up with it, then why do people say the EPL is better than La Liga overall?
Oh, because that's just one player.
Nah, I think
But Andy just said that La Liga would win easily in 11v11 all time.
Who's
but I
the GOAT?
think
Who's
as
the
it
GOAT?
is, GOAT Premier League.
We can't even think of a goal.
But there's also a difference too, because there's been players that played in the Premier League,
Yeah.
but they didn't necessarily like Ronaldo. He wasn't at his best in the
So,
Premier League,
right.
but he played in the Premier
Because
League.
like
You know?
as a Premier League player, Salah is better than Ronaldo. Wouldn't you say that?
Debatable.
As a Premier League,
That's actually
debatable.
That's very
too.
as a
debatable.
Premier League player,
Debatable.
I don't know.
overall, I think Salah did more in the Prem than Ronaldo.
What did he?
I
What
think Ronaldo
Ronaldo was.
Ronaldo
had
won
more
more
impact
Premier
on the
League.
game in the EPL than Salah
think so?
has. 100%.
I mean, that's up for debate. Yeah,
Who would you say had more impact, Salah or Ronaldo on the EPL?
Impact wise.
But like
Just
impact, like
for
in general.
In general, the league, just mainstream media, just everything.
No, in my opinion, Ronaldo.
Was it Ronaldo
did.
the last guy to win the Ballon d'Or in the Prem?
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
That just tells you something right there.
Yeah.
Best young player, best player, Golden Boot,
'Cause-
Ballon d'Or,
And then he went
Golden
on
Shoe.
to Spain.
If you look at the Salah season, what did he score? Was it 40?
Oh, he get
42 goals? He
42
beat
goals.
Ronaldo by 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah, but I think he played an extra one game.
I mean, regardless, like I feel like those 1 or 2 goals don't mean like.
Did Liverpool
and that was
win the
one
league that year?
season. No, they didn't. I think
Was that the Centurion year?
that was 20. I want to say 2017-18 season, right? Let me see.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, but I think Ronaldo. No, Man City won it that year. Liverpool
100
Liverpool
points?
got 4th. Yeah, 100 points.
There's no way.
Yeah. 17-18 season.
All right, peak season. Salah scored 32 goals, created 10 for his teammates, won PFA Player of the Year, FWA Football of the Year, Premier League Golden Boot. Liverpool finished 4th. Ronaldo's peak season was 31 goals. Salah had 32. Created 6 for his teammates. Salah created 10. He won PFA Player of the Year, FWA Football of the Year, Premier League, and the Ballon d'Or. And then Man United finished first.
That was
Nah.
17-18. Liverpool made it to the Champions League final
That's a fair.
Yeah.
That's
against Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
The GOAT, Ramos.
He is the GOAT.
nah, bro.
See, I'm gonna take this one for example. This is from RadioTimes.com. I don't know who that is. I don't know if they're credible or not. But this is top 10 Premier League players of all time. Thierry Henry's number 1.
Gerrard at 8.
Ronaldo's number 2.
Ronaldo was a
So
dog.
is that right there?
Alan
Ronaldo
Shearer
was
number
a dog.
3.
Bigger impact on the game than Salah.
Yeah, I mean, Salah's won 1 Premier League. He had that good season, but they got 4th place. So, like, at the end of the day, what does it even matter?
Nothing.
It doesn't.
But that still leads into the debate why everyone says EPL is the better league than La Liga.
But, like, what does it have to do in comparison to La Liga, though?
Because we just brought up who has the better 11.
Well, La Liga has a better 11.
Yeah,
Easy.
So I'm saying then, how come everyone debates that the EPL is still a better league?
I don't know. The Liga probably more just competitive between each other.
Well,
Then you go on one player v player in the Liga. You're gonna take La Liga.
100%.
it's because the La Liga had a lot of players that
They
the
just had,
EPL didn't.
right.
You
They
know?
just had 2-3 years where they had the best players in the world.
EPL does.
Every single position.
EPL didn't have Maradona. EPL didn't have Ronaldinho. They didn't have Kaká. Like, they don't have players like those kinds of players. They had Thierry Henry, who later in his career went to Barca, and he admitted when he got there he had to forget everything he had done and relearn how to play football again.
But you don't think that was because of Pep, not because of the league?
Well, yeah, but that just shows you that like different league, different standards. You know.
Yeah,
Nah,
but wouldn't you think he would say the same thing if he joined Pep's teams now? I think it's more of a Pep thing than La Liga.
That was Messi's team then.
It could be. I don't know.
He came in that
But to
team.
show you, there's levels. You know. I don't know.
Who's La Liga go?
La Liga go?
Messi.
Ronaldo.
Messi.
Messi.
I think it's Messi.
I think it had to be
What do you mean you
Messi.
think? There's no debate
It
there.
has to be Messi.
How many ligas? Over 10? Is it double digits?
How many did Ronaldo even win?
I think he
didn't
won
win a
like
lot.
3.
3?
Yeah, he didn't win a lot. Well, I mean, respectively a lot. Because he won fucking.
No, the impact
Unfortunately-
they had in the short amount, or how many years? 6 years?
I mean, just statistically, like, I think Ronaldo had like a 25% win rate against Barca in general, so, and they lost. I mean, he was unlucky.
I don't know. How many, look it up, how many Ligas does Messi have? Double digits?
All right, well, let's say take those 2 players out. Who's the GOAT after them?
For La Liga?
Yeah, for La Liga.
Who would be?
Messi has 10.
The
Yeah,
GOAT.
10.
that's crazy. 10.
How
That's
many?
a decade of
Well-
Ligas.
Yeah.
Would we count in like players that played with Ronaldo and Messi? Because I feel like they were carried at that point. Like it's like saying Modric, like great player, but I think the main player on that team was Ronaldo. So I mean, if you're
I mean, you could.
He's
Yeah, it
also
could
won
be.
a Champions League.
But
without
I don't
him,
think
though.
Modric
Yeah.
is anywhere near goal status.
no,
in La Liga.
but it's just an example because you could say like he has the same accolades as Ronaldo type deal.
That is true.
Because other than them, other than that phase, who else would it be? We'd have to take him out of that phase.
Yeah.
Like that 18 Ballon that was Ronaldo's.
Which one?
The 2018 Ballon de
We're
Oro.
not gonna get into that right now. Modric's Balón de Oro?
2018 was Ronaldo's.
Nah. I don't agree.
What are you doing in the World Cup, boy? Nada.
He did nothing in the World Cup.
That was
Well, why is
Croatia's.
it always the World Cup?
That was
was it?
Croatia's
Supposed to be
team.
Everything.
Well, just because it was the World Cup's that year, bro. Like that's just
So
your
then-
time to shine.
I understand that, but I still don't think Messi should have won the World.
But then you take-
the
No, but
Ballon d'Or.
we're talking about 2018 though. Modric is.
Yeah, and why he shouldn't have won it.
Well, we're not
Modric-
saying I'm not saying Messi should have won.
No.
it.
Well, I'm
he
just
should've.
saying because he brought up what did he do in the World Cup. And
Well,
I was saying
because-
like, why is the World Cup like the main factor? As in like that's
Well,
the
because
main
it's the
factor
biggest
why-
tournament in football. I mean,
Right,
that's
and
why-
I think that helped Modric win his Ballon d'Or because him and Ronaldo at that point were tied. They both won that Champions League, but then Modric carried his team.
I
to a
honestly,
final.
you know what my thing is though is not even like statistically and stuff. That 2018 Champions League wasn't Ronaldo's best Champions League, regardless of what goals and stuff say. Because I feel like Modric did a lot. He like without him, that Real Madrid team might have not
No.
won the Champions League.
Nah, Ronaldo literally
2018?
carried that Madrid team to the final.
Who?
Ronaldo.
Don't-
No, he
He
didn't.
didn't do maybe he didn't score
What did he do in the final?
He didn't
did
score in the
nothing.
final, but I'm telling
What
you.
was the semi? Who did they play in this? Was that Atletico?
Isn't it
Or
Atletico?
was it-
Atletico Madrid. He scored 3 in the first leg.
I think his best year was probably 2017.
I think he finished the group
he
stage.
dogged Bayern. He dogged Juve in the final too. I feel like, but 2018, yeah, I don't think that was.
2017, you said?
2017 was probably.
He scored 17
The one where
goals
he
that
scored
season.
the 2 offside goals, or which one?
Damn.
Debatable.
What do you mean debatable?
Debatable.
There's
That
Clearly
was
they
pre-VAR,
weren't.
pre-VAR.
Debatable?
Referees allowed him. A goal's a goal.
It's so debatable to the point where Real Madrid's current coach,
Yeah, he was up against
what did he say?
Real Madrid. at
He was
that
up
point.
against Real
He
Madrid,
said Real Madrid has a problem.
claimed there was injustice, and now he's wiping his hands.
All of a sudden, no more, bro.
Kyle, what'd you say? Look, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look,
Kyle's
look.
like,
Kyle, I know Kyle has a shirt in his closet with the number 14 patch on the side. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, baby.
I don't think he
Y'all
does,
proud of
actually.
Robin?
They're
Yeah,
always talking
crazy.
about the past.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But Kyle, did you see that dub?
I did.
2-1 against Las Palmas Sunday morning.
Easy money.
Followed after with Barca L. Another 4+ goals against.
And then the retirement of Xavi at the end of the season.
Yeah.
No more Xavi Neta.
That's what Barca does to their legends.
What?
Xavi
Pushes them
Neta.
out.
Kicks him out like Iker Casilla?
Yeah.
He was getting old anyways.
Kicked him out like Ronaldo?
Nah. I think Ronaldo got greedy that year.
He wanted too much money.
I mean, did he not deserve it?
He did,
Your best
but
player of all time? Real Madrid's goal, maybe?
Well,
At the end of the day, it's a
That's
business.
another thing. I don't think he's Real Madrid goat. He's second in my
That's
opinion.
Stefano.
Easy Real Madrid
He's
goal.
Stefano's goat, in my opinion.
I mean, in other sports, they don't give people over 35 max contracts. So why should Real Madrid have to do that to Ronaldo?
I mean,
Because
no
Messi
other-
was getting it.
And that's why he's in
And then that's
Inter
how
Miami right now.
Barca is the
Yeah,
way
'cause
they
they're
are
retired.
today.
And that's why he had to go to PSG.
What does that have to do with anything?
If he was getting a max contract in Barca.
Well, yeah, because
Because-
Barca has no money.
Right.
Because they give him
They
the
give
money
him
he
a
asked
max
for.
contract.
Yeah.
Because their president paying Frankie De Jong the same as Messi.
How much is he? Is he the highest paid player right now?
That sounds like
that
a
sounds like
messed
a
up-
you
that
problem,
sounds
bro.
like a Barca problem. Not
Oh, I
me.
mean, it is, bro.
Not me.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well they flushed out their legend as well.
They did,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Who's the highest
I
paid
mean-
in Barca right now?
I think Frankie is.
Damn, weak ass ranking. You even do it at Man U, bro.
And he was on the chopping block too.
Yeah.
Onto the what?
The chopping block, they were threatening to get rid of him.
Do you sell Frankie?
Ah. Do you sell him?
Someone comes in with 80 mil. Man, you comes in with 80 mil.
No, they have to come in with 140 at least.
Bro, Frankie's not 140.
They offered like 130 last season.
But that,
Nah.
I don't know.
Frankie's not 130. 140.
He is. If he's on the top of his game, he's the best in the world.
Yeah, we fucking
If-
2 games every season. Come on, bro. Frankie's not one.
No, he's playing with 5 16-year-olds aside him. What do you want him to do?
Again, that's a Barca problem.
That's what I'm saying. bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Finance
like-
your money better. You're a top club.
Well, it's not. There's corrupt people out there.
Again, a Barca problem.
Yeah, well, we're not arguing it's their problem or not.
I see a lot of people saying, so Kunde, so De Jong, and so Lewa.
If it's me, I saw Kunde, I saw Christensen, and that's it.
You get easy, what?
You get
60 for Kunde?
60, Christensen 35.
There's no way you're getting 35 for Christensen.
You get okay. Let's say you get 20 for
But
Christensen.
I think you need to sell more. It doesn't solve your problems, bro.
You
They're
get
not gonna
what?
they're not gonna solve their problems with player sales. It's gonna take time.
More Spotify deals or what?
I mean, they're already. I
more
think.
Spotify jerseys or what?
More,
Yeah.
well, I think they're switching to Puma, right?
No
Correct.
way.
Yeah, I
think
think
so,
they're switching
yeah.
to Puma next
They
season.
dropped their Nike
That's
contract.
insane, actually.
Well, it's ending. Oh no, actually, I think they're cutting it like 2 years early.
But why Puma? They're paying
They're
them
paying
more.
more.
Paying them more.
Nike won't renew
I think
that.
that
Which is crazy.
That's like their biggest team.
That's what I'm saying.
it's hard to tell because you see different numbers everywhere. But like, there's rumors that Nike only pays like 85. Some people say pay like 130, and then Puma supposedly at 200. So million, obviously. $200
No, man.
per jersey.
200 mil for the stadium renovation.
That's another thing is I don't understand where they're funding the stadium from.
Probably private donation.
It could be.
Yeah.
Clearly, Madrid didn't get a nice one. Their metal lunchbox of a stadium they made. Ugliest stadium
We
I've
got a
seen in a
retractable
while.
field.
Now look at this guy.
Yeah,
You like it?
It's the
Hell
nicest
yeah.
field in the world.
Well, I like.
Dude, me and Billy saw it in person. Even Billy was like,
Oh,
No,
Whoa.
they told me a dream, bro.
It wasn't finished.
From,
It
from,
wasn't
all the
finished.
from all the renders images that
Whoa.
I saw,
dude, it's
the inside
ugly.
is beautiful, no lie.
that's what I was gonna say. The
No,
inside,
no,
because they're gonna
no.
make it like
No,
a
I'm
shop.
talking
on
about the outside, bro.
No se ve
The
bien.
outside,
it's
all the like,
ugly.
it looks like a
metal lunchbox.
metal lunchbox.
And hey, this is coming from my
Don't-
This is coming from
Don't
my
judge a book by its cover. It's all right. It's
all
not
right.
what's
It's
on the
what's on the
outside.
inside.
It's what's on the inside.
Like,
On the inside's weak as fuck.
Hell no.
nah, but like if you look at it, like the Camp Nou's gonna blow it out of the water. The new one.
I haven't seen rendered
haven't
images
seen
of the
it.
I haven't seen
Spotify.
renditions.
What is it called?
We'll see it
Spotify
later,
Camp
but,
Nou?
like, Spotify.
That's
Camp
what
Nou.
corrupt money gets you,
Low
though.
key, bro.
Then they
What
Hey,
a
that
shit,
money, boy.
a shit lunchbox stadium.
No.
It's like me, Amazon Music, Old Trafford. Crazy, bro.
Oh, dude, Old Trafford, that thing needs a remodeling.
Nah, bro, we're good, man.
That thing needs a
Theater
remodeling.
of Dreams.
The Theater of Dreams, we're
Good
fine.
thing they suck, so you don't need a remodel.
You know, like I feel like they don't even need to actually like redo it, like build more onto it. Just like make it new. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it the same, but renew it. Like the chairs and stuff, is everything's just so
No, it's
old.
old as fuck.
Have you seen the Italy stadiums falling
Like-
apart?
like San Siro or
San Siro?
San Siro, the
San Siro,
Napoli
San Siro.
stadium,
No, I haven't seen the Napoli.
falling apart.
Really?
They need
good.
they need
that's,
renovations.
funds.
What is
but-
that one called? Olimpico or something? Or
I believe so.
But Serie A, like soccer in Italy's like the views and stuff have been going down recently.
I want to catch a game out there.
It's called Diego Armando Maradona.
Yeah.
Oh, they changed it recently.
Yeah, they just changed it for
yeah.
you.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Damn, it does look kind of beat. I don't like when stadiums have like the track and field around the field.
I hate that.
Because the fans, like, I feel like they
So
can't see
far.
it. Yeah, it's
I
too
hate
far.
that.
Does PSG Stadium have that, or just
No.
I seen the
Do they?
on the ends
You went,
like
right?
field goals?
Yeah, nah, they don't have it. They don't have it.
They have a space in between the goals.
I think
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
I don't
they
like
have
that
a huge,
either, though.
PSG banner.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like PSG. Period. To be honest, I'm not a fan of the club. I don't know.
Nah,
I'm just not. It's just not there for me.
they're not.
What are they first? Are they first?
No,
I don't think so.
for me, it's just the way they treated. They treat their players. I don't know.
I just feel like their project, or I don't know, like who's the sporting director?
They're
Right
just
now?
a money throwing club. They just buy whoever they can.
Yeah,
and
but
try
they
to
have
make
like
super
no
teams.
structure. Like they don't.
Because it works at
No
other
depth, no
places.
history.
You know, like
it's
Newcastle,
failing.
they're doing decent.
Just oil
Obviously,
money,
we see
boy.
what Man City's done.
Newcastle
How come-
wasn't splashing bads on tons of people
Well,
left and right
I think it
every
goes
season
back-
after season.
It goes back to the unstructured thing. They just think they could throw money at their problems. It's gonna solve. I don't think that
just doesn't work.
Yeah, you gotta have some sort of structure.
I think they're trying too hard to win the Champions League.
If they
That's the
won
problem.
during
That's
COVID
just
year, would they be
short-term
different
and
now?
long-term.
PSG
If they won, yeah, 100%. If they won during COVID,
different, like
in
how
terms of, I think they could be contenders for
Better
another
teams
Champions
competing
League.
for Champions
Right.
League now,
They could
year
contend-
year
they would
in
be
year
serious
out.
contenders if they won that year. Yeah,
Easy.
I think so.
Because at that point, your momentum changes, your fucking mentality you change.
Yeah, I think it'd relieve a lot of pressure too, because they probably have like everyone looks at them like the media and stuff, and they talk about like PSG. They haven't won this. They don't win the Champions League because the league. Honestly, I'm pretty sure they'd take the Champions League and take like second place in the league,
Like Madrid does every other year, they win.
basically.
Would
Damn.
Mbappe be at Madrid if he won that Champions League?
Ooh, that's
No.
a good question.
No, he'd stay
No.
at PSG.
That's the only thing he needs left though.
Champions League?
So, if he won that Champions League that year, is what you're saying, what would be his career trajectory? He'd stay at PSG. Because at that point, he says, I have a Champions League winning club.
If they're competing
I
year
don't
in
know,
year
though.
out,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're reaching semis type deal because he's a top
And
class
getting-
player. Yeah.
does he get the money he's getting now though?
Yeah, he get more probably.
If he.
You know what my thing is though is like it depends on his like personal goals because he hasn't won a Champions League obviously, but like if he did win it, then like personally me, I'd be like, what's next? And what's the next challenge? It'd be win it in Real Madrid, the biggest club there is. So like, I feel like I don't know. That'd just be me. I would do it.
You would leave PSG.
Obviously, like money and stuff, like
Right.
salaries that could play a part. Maybe I don't know.
I think he's
But,
also
like-
staying there because it's like France. He wants to stay at home. Too.
I mean, he's loved. He's
Yeah.
getting paid the money he wants.
Let's say it's like strictly like sporting accomplishments. I feel like going to Madrid and winning it. There's nothing like winning it there.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
That's
When
the
he had a
same
big
reason
club.
why. Let's just look at Ronaldo. Why he left Man U. He won the Champions League there, but he
He won
didn't
a
stay
Ballon-
there.
yeah.
he won a
Ballon
Ballon
d'Oro.
d'Oro, and he still went to Madrid. You know, so it's like it's different.
Right. You take it. You take your careers to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's why I see it.
Mbappe's future. Where do we think? You think he'll leave?
I'm 60% he's staying at PSG, 40 he's coming to Madrid.
Do Cristi? Would it make sense though? Would it make sense for him to come to Madrid?
He wants to be the best. You come to Madrid.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
I think so too. I feel like if he had
I
something
think so.
to prove.
It's gonna be
Because-
kind of like for me, kind of like Bellingham. Like he was good at Dortmund. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but at Madrid, it's taking his career to the next level.
Oh, absolutely. He's world
Completely
class.
jumped to another class.
He's world
Yeah.
class. He's world class.
Yeah.
If he did it like, I don't know his Dortmund numbers, but if he was playing what his numbers are at Real Madrid at Dortmund, we would not, bat an eye. But
Uh-huh.
just because he's at Madrid,
It's not even just the numbers. This is the way he plays. I didn't even know he was this good until he came to Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So then Bellingham is a Madrid player for his prime.
He's a
until
dog.
he's like 30. No,
unless something weird happens, he'll be there for
right? Because I don't see him going anywhere else.
something weird would have to happen.
I believe. Yep. Yep.
I don't
This is
see
his team right now.
I don't see him anywhere else.
Unless you think he'll try the Prem though.
No,
No, I think he stays at Real Madrid for a while,
I think so too.
especially after his magnificent start.
I think he wins a.
He's a media icon.
He wins
Ballon de
four
Oro.
leagues, Ballon de Oro, maybe 2.
My question is, Mbappe comes to Real Madrid, Vinny's still there, Bellingham is there. Does it work?
There's a lot of ego in that. Vinicius, he has a huge ego.
Rodrigo's still there.
Mbappe has a huge ego.
Jose Lu's still there.
There's a crack in Friendship FC. I don't know.
I think they have to restructure their formation.
So-
obviously,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have a true 9, so I think.
What do you mean we?
Yeah, for real.
The best team in the world. I'm a part of it. So Mbappe would have to play striker, and then if it doesn't work out, then yeah, you're gonna have to cut a player because super teams, like we've seen in the past, like Real Madrid before, doesn't work out. But obviously, Mbappe wouldn't be the problem because he's the new massive signing. So then someone would have to leave.
Would any other club make sense for Mbappe, or is it just Madrid?
I mean, I think he's expressed he likes Liverpool too. Right?
I think he
Liverpool?
can go anywhere.
Does he slide into Liverpool? I mean, he slides in basically any other team
Well,
in
why
the
would he
world.
go to
I mean, as the
Liverpool?
best player, yeah, he would just take somebody else's position.
He slides into Klopp's Liverpool, but
That's
he's
what I'm
leaving,
saying.
so who knows?
Why go to a team when the manager that made them is gone?
He didn't. He made them recent times.
Xabi
Liverpool's
Alonso
a
to Liverpool,
historical
though.
club.
But I think
Okay,
the last like, 10
obviously,
years,
like,
when he
don't-
picked,
I'm not trying
when
to,
he
like-
picked them
like,
up,
come on, man.
they were kind of
Yeah.
shit, bro. Like
They were terrible.
they had like
And
what,
Klopp
like
made them who they are.
They had like Lovren in the bag, like
Losing to
shit, bro.
Villarreal
Klopp
in
made them
the-
relevant.
Yeah, bro, they were a booty ass team.
they were
like,
bad, but
Klopp made them
terrible.
relevant again.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say.
maybe Mbappe wants to go to keep him relevant.
That's that like.
Salah's getting
That's an-
old.
No.
Salah's getting old.
I mean, when managers
Just hold up
leave,
my name.
it changes the dynamic of a lot of teams. Just look at any
It's,
other.
it's the
sport.
same thing like small fish in a big pond, big fish in a small pond. You know.
So that comes down to, does the player make the team or the manager? So that's Klopp's system. If Klopp leaves, is that system going to go down? Look at Manchester United with
Yeah, but Ten Hag.
not even 10 ahead. Sir Alex. What happened to Man United?
Once they-
Once Sir
yeah.
Alex
Once
left,
they-
they
yeah.
haven't won a single thing. So
Well,
like,
before
why,
Sir Alex
that's a
took
risky
over,
gamble.
yeah, we
It's
didn't
a
win the
risky
league for
gamble.
like 25 plus years, and then he came over, took over. So now I'm just fucking. I gotta wait another 15 for them to win.
It's-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's situational because then you look at Barca and Messi made Barca big. It wasn't them. I mean, Pep
No.
helped for sure,
Like,
but
no, just like you just said, Barca was already big.
yeah, but they
When
were on
Messi
a
came over,
No.
you already-
they were on
you
a
already-
cold streak though. I mean, with
Messi-
Ronaldinho, they won a Champions
yeah,
League,
you had
right?
Ronaldinho.
Okay. But let's say in between Ronaldinho and that dream team, there was like what 11 years where they didn't win anything. It's the same thing as Real Madrid. They didn't win the UCL for what was it 12 years?
12 years.
And then Ronaldo came.
Took him
Yeah.
another 3-4 years. I
So
mean,
I think it's situational. I don't think it's necessarily like every case the manager makes, every case the player makes. I don't think there's one or the other. I think it's every team's different.
so then.
Well, my point about it is like, in my opinion, I think Klopp made Liverpool relevant again.
At this point,
and
yeah.
it was him who did it, and it's his team, his system. With him gone, I think the team might struggle a little bit. Barcelona, they had Messi for a while, and it was from the youth that system was created and brought up. Like 7 of their 8 starters all came from the youth.
yeah,
So I wouldn't necessarily say that was Pep's team. So when Pep left, it wasn't like, oh my God, the world's crumbling for
No.
Barcelona. They still had their structure. But I'm looking at it, Liverpool, in a different aspect that Klopp is their structure, is what I was trying to get at.
I can see that. I get what you're saying, but like, let's say you spoke to what's the guy who was there before Klopp? Brendan Rodgers, was it? Or he was there before, like
Yeah.
a couple years before.
Yeah.
Let's say when he was there, they didn't give Brendan Rodgers the financial backing that Klopp got. They didn't get the money. How much did they spend on Van Dijk? Like
80
80
mil.
million. Brendan Rodgers wasn't getting 80 million to sign players, you know. I don't know how much they signed Suarez for, but it was
I think
definitely
it
not
was like 5 or 15.
15. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So then again, that's why I'm saying like,
but
for Klopp to come, he had to make he had to put the law down and say like, hey, if I'm gonna come, like, I don't want to ruin my career. You got to give me free reign, which Liverpool clearly did because then he got funding. So that's why again I think it's Klopp's team and his system. So if he leaves, it crumbles, and Liverpool might not grant that to any manager that comes because I think Klopp proved himself at Dortmund. So to circle back into the system topic, yeah, Klopp got granted more opportunities from the board because of his
credibility,
credibility and background, which I think Liverpool's identity is more so Klopp's than, let's say, Salah's and the team.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
In my
manager
opinion.
being there since 2017, it's his team.
So that, in my opinion, I think that's a big mistake for Mbappe to go to a manager system when they're leaving at the end of the season, and not knowing Liverpool's future and or who the next manager is going to be.
What if
I
Xabi
think that's
Alonso
just a
comes
big
in?
mistake.
let's say Xabi Alonso comes in. He obviously hasn't won anything yet, but like he's doing really well with Leverkusen. Mm-hmm. What would it be a good choice for Mbappe, or is it still the same thing?
So again, that's tough because like earlier we were debating about La Liga versus EPL. Do we ever have the topic La Liga EPL versus the German league? I'm butchering it.
Serie A.
Bundesliga.
Bundesliga, so like, yeah, it's still technically top 5, but it's not even comparable to the other two. So yeah, he's doing good there with very little funding, but I still don't think he's proven himself yet. So that's still very risky to go to a manager team like Klopp's system. He's leaving. So a brand new manager who is yet to prove himself in the EPL, I think that's still way too risky.
I think another thing also is, does Mbappe have these leadership qualities? I think in the World Cup, there was a solid squad behind him. But in terms of PSG, has he stepped up as a leader, and can he do that for another team? So, like, let's say Liverpool, right? He would have to be the main guy. He hops into Real Madrid. There's a whole.
He's still the main guy though.
He'd be the main guy.
But there's a 10. There's 10.
I think there's
people
an
backing him.
ego
It's a
that he
difference.
brings.
That's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, I get what you're saying,
Compare
but
Liverpool's team is Real Madrid team. I think Liverpool's team, he has to take over completely.
That's what's interesting though, because like he goes to Real Madrid, he's, they're gonna
The
pay.
guy.
I mean, he coming for free, but like he's the guy.
Absolutely.
He comes in. What does Bellingham say? He's like, I'm the guy. Like what is gonna happen there?
They're in
He's
class
like, I'm
ranks.
supposed to be the guy. Last season, I was the guy.
Right.
well, as we talked about earlier, how big World Cups come into play. What is he, 23?
Mbappe?
Mbappe?
I think he's 25, right?
25, turning 26.
25?
He's turned 26 this year.
And he's already been to 2 World Cup finals?
Yeah.
And at what, 19 was the first one? 18?
18, 19.
18, 19?
19, yeah.
So you talk about like leadership qualities, like he led the team 2 times and beat a Messi, Argentina, arguably the GOAT in the world.
I feel like the first World
That
Cup,
was his only out.
in my opinion, like I feel like
he didn't lead,
the first one, he wasn't the leader of the team.
That was Griezmann's
Griezmann
team.
was the leader of the team.
Griezmann was?
Griezmann, Pogba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the second time, yeah, for sure.
Second time for
He
sure.
Second time, that's his team.
The second
But
time, I
having
think
that
though,
much background and credibility at that young of an age, I don't think being a leader on any other team is a problem.
But the thing
because
with
he will be the guy.
The thing with PSG, he clashed heads with Neymar, with Messi, with his whole squad. Like, why hasn't he won anything there if he's that good of a leader?
Because I think, like we talked about, like PSG looks too short term. They just want to win Champions League. Like their identity is we need to win now. So they just try to make super teams with no structure, like we talked about.
Right, they just throw
there's no heritage like system in play. It's just all right. Let's splash as much money as we can, get a team, and hopefully it works out. And I mean, we can change topics to like the NBA, like USA struggles, and because we try to make super teams where egos come into play and it just clashes, as opposed to historical clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, where the club is not bigger than or the player's not bigger than the club.
Yeah.
No,
They will shoot that down real quick. Or
I just feel like the whole leader thing, like if he can lead another team, like PSG for example, like is there any player who could win them?
I don't think so. And
Like pick any player in history in his prime, the best. Let's prime Messi, prime Ronaldo, prime Maradona, whatever. Can they win PSG?
But you don't
Something?
think
Ronaldo,
because
Ronaldo
they don't have a
gives them
system.
Champions League.
They go through managers like they do players.
You got to think like Ronaldo. He won't have the refs on his side this time.
But like Ronaldo, like that's a different level. Messi's a different level than Mbappe. Like that influence is crazy.
But that's the thing. Like even them, could they take PSG to the?
Well, Messi was
Champions
already
League?
there.
Yeah, but it wasn't
But not
prime Messi.
not in his prime. Not in his prime. We're talking.
Messi
like,
was towing away guys in his prime. It was like his backyard.
Messi was.
insane.
In Messi's prime, easily, probably could have taken with the money that PSG
Right.
would have had. So realistically, in that time, because I know like prices change, like Mudryk, what was he? 890 million.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
then back then,
so
like,
yeah,
80
he would have been
Real
like
Madrid
25
bought-
million back in the day.
Real Madrid bought Ronaldo for 80. So
Exactly.
right.
So, like, realistically speaking, if the amount of money we know PSG can drop, if they were to get Messi in his prime and other players, yes, Messi probably would have.
My thing is like honestly, like let's take this PSG team right now. Like if you look at their lineup right now, I think you take prime Messi, prime Ronaldo. I don't even think they win the Champions League.
I think prime Ronaldo wins them the Champions League.
With this team.
With this team.
I don't think.
Especially Noodle.
I think
Ronaldo.
Messi's more of a. I've heard this before, like a system player. I don't want to necessarily say he's a straight up system player, but he needs.
you think
He needs
Ronaldo-
more
Tiki
of that.
Taka helped a lot, and that came from their youth.
I don't want to say he got lucky either, but he came up with one of the best probably managers, or probably the GOAT manager in the world, and the Spain generational talent that they had that dominated internationally.
Well, yeah. To follow up on that, like, let's ask Chris on the spot, who are arguably, who's your top 5 midfield of all time? Top 5 midfielders.
midfielders. It'd be
Midfielders?
like
All time.
Oh my god.
It'd be like Zidane.
Zidane.
That's so difficult though.
But would you not include Xavi and Iniesta in that
I don't
debate?
know, man. I don't know.
I mean, people argue them as one and
Maradona's
two.
a midfielder, right? So I mean, he's in there, right?
Correct.
I mean, yeah, but that's
Cruyff.
just 1 out of 5. But
Cruyff is mid.
so would you not put Xavi and Iniesta in the top 5? Okay,
Maybe-
let's narrow
maybe
it down
Iniesta.
to that generation.
to
There's-
2000s generation.
Yeah, let's
to
narrow
now.
it down to there.
All right, I'll say Zidane for sure, Iniesta for sure.
Modric.
We'll put Modric.
Longevity.
Well, I don't agree with the longevity thing, but his career started after 30. So I don't know if I can necessarily say longevity. His career's last, 8
But would you not include Xavi in there? Would you have to
I
think
think-
about it?
I would have to think about it because I think it comes down to like personal likings. I personally like Iniesta better than Xavi, but I know a lot of people like Xavi better than Iniesta.
So yeah, my point on to that was like
Do you put
a
Boosie in
system
there?
player with Messi. He came up with 2 of arguably the greatest midfielders of all time.
But see, like he said,
And they
he came up
grew
with
up.
Pep. He
And
came
they
up with
grew-
Pep,
they-
right? Sir Alex Ferguson is the best Premier League manager of all time. So is that not kind of like a system thing for Ronaldo?
I don't know.
But Ronaldo was
Ronaldo-
on the youth team
Yeah, but what does that have to do with anything?
because didn't Xavi, Iniesta, and
Xavi and Iniesta
Messi-
didn't play with Messi in the youth teams, though.
But they came
Who
up
was
from
on
the
it?
same
Fabregas?
academy.
No, that academy, the ideas
Weren't
brought
they on the
brought
academy?
down.
They were all past the same.
Weren't they on?
Yeah, but that academy thing and this,
that
then,
system.
then how does Messi win a World Cup? Then he didn't. None of them
Well, I
played
mean,
in
it took him
Barcelona.
until he was like
That World Cup's a whole
very,
different
very
topic.
late and arguably robbed and set up for him. But I mean,
Nah.
okay, if we had this conversation,
We'll save
Before
that
the
topic
World
for
Cup.
another day.
Yeah.
if we had this conversation before the World Cup happened, you couldn't bring that back.
Okay,
up.
but like you could say the same thing. Where those Champions Leagues are set up for Real Madrid to win.
in what way? Enlighten me.
I'm gonna post a picture when we'll finish editing this video.
I mean, I
stuff,
see-
I'm
I
gonna
see-
post
I
that
see-
picture
I
that
see-
shows like
if we're
six.
gonna talk about.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, my feed is filled with VAR recordings and refs messing up left and right. It's not just Real Madrid. I mean, you can just go on TikTok right now.
I just don't agree with the Messi system player because he played in Barca how long? Messi?
a while.
How long?
I don't know. 15 years.
15 years. He played with so many different players and teams that it's not.
I'm not saying Messi
Yeah, but those players
in
are
particular is strictly a system player, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, Messi's a system player. I just think the best possible scenario that could have happened for a player was Messi's situation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fair enough.
when we go back to the other topic we were talking about with who could have won PSG the Champions League.
Yeah, which is what we were talking about in the first place.
It's hard to say Messi because, I mean, yes, he went there after his prime, but just throwing players there with managers constantly shifting around and them just spending money on whoever looks good on a certain system, it's hard to say if he could make it or not.
Yeah, I guess that's fair to say. Right. So, let us know what you guys think. La Liga versus Premier League, which one's better? And if you think Mbappe should go to Real Madrid or if he should stay.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah,
Yalla
whatever you're
Madrid,
listening
mijo.
to, subscribe, comment, whatever. Do you think?
It's only up from here.
Kyle. A la Madrid.
Kyle, you weak as fuck.
Visca Barça.